Well, this is still going to be a shooting video, but I have to get my hay in. So I'm sitting around kind of thinking about what to do. I see a lot of shooting videos, I see a lot of techniques, etc. But one thing about age and experience is that I'm able to recall from the shooter's perspective of the 10 different things that you can do to improve your own marksmanship skills. And I'm going to go over those with you in the video. But stay tuned, there's also going to be some shooting in the video to where I'll show you how to analyze a target based upon your shot placement. So let me get my hay in, folks, and I'll see you in a while. I feel that accuracy and precision is mostly handled by the rifle and the ammunition itself. But 50% of the equation is the guy pulling the trigger, the shooter. So I encourage you to go to a competent marksman or experienced educator or trainer or whatever to get some lessons. Because I wrote down just a few of the cotton-picking things that people don't even think about that contribute to inaccuracy. I'll go through them real quickly. Feel free to add any to the comment section down below at the end of this video. I'd appreciate it. But here's just a few of them. And I'll start with the last first. Is that what you're looking for after shooting a lot and getting better and better and better is the ability to call your own shot. Calling your own shot means that, boy, everything felt right, everything felt good, and I pulled the trigger and my sight was good, my eye alignment was good, my ammunition was good, and I hit the bullseye or didn't hit the bullseye. You should be able to tell whether or not you pulled a shot or pushed a shot. So that's what you're looking for, is the ability to say, I know that that's going to hit as soon as I pull the trigger. Number two is muscling the rifle. The rifle has to become, it is a tool, but it needs to become part of you. Don't be fighting it. Don't be holding on to it so stinking tight to try to control the muzzle and the movement, etc., that you're actually working against the rifle. That will give you an inconsistency from shot to shot because muscles get fatigued. Centering the rifle. Okay, that has to do with your scope alignment. Centering it, being able to bring it right on there to focus on the crosshairs, not the bullseye. That's centering your target. That's very important. Some people look through the scope, they're looking at the target, and they're not necessarily focusing on the reticle. Squeezing the trigger at an angle, in other words, pulling it or pushing it. The trigger pull needs to be consistent, front to back, from the front all the way back through the rifle stock. Cheek weld, yeah. Consistent cheek weld will help you with your eye alignment. Failure to keep both eyes open when shooting. Yeah, when you're new, I'm almost assured that you will close your eye. It's a natural reaction that your brain needs to be retrained to get over so that you can look through the scope, and your objective, especially long distance, is to be able to see where your shot hit. If you got your eye closed, you can't see that. Flinching, bucking, and jerking. Well, nobody wants to admit that they have those three things or one of the three things, but anticipation of recoil contributes to a flinch. The only way to get over it is recognize that you have a flinch and practice, practice, practice to get over it until it becomes muscle memory. Changing position of the rifle on your shoulder. Yeah, just you know, a little bit of movement from one shot to the next by moving it on the shoulder. You didn't feel comfortable with that one, so you moved it a little bit the next time. That's going to cause a point of impact difference. Just even by a little bit can be a lot further out distance. You know, think about it. 1/8 of an inch, you know, at the muzzle add 8/10 to that at 100 yards. All of a sudden you're 1 inch, assuming everything else is all right. Improper vertical and horizontal canting of the rifle. Okay, some people put a level on their scope or the level on their gun, look down to it, make sure the bubble is plumb, but no two eyes are alike, so whatever it is, get it consistent, because the bullet will follow the flight of the cant. It is something that you can control with the scope if you're consistent. All right, failure to breathe. How about that? I'm guilty of that sometime. I'm concentrating so long and so hard that I'm not even aware that I've held my breath for as long as I've held the shot. Without oxygen in your system, you're going to get muscle fatigue and you're going to get wobble. So those are just a few things, folks. So, all right, I'll show you a little bit of the shooting and talk to you later. We'll analyze the target at the end, hopefully to show you some inaccuracies in shot placement and analyze it. All right, so here we go. I only have the one camera, but I'm going to show you the last 3 shots of my work upload. The bullets that I'm using is a 129 grain Hornady interlock bullet. It is a flat base bullet, shoots really well. This, of course, is my Bergara BMP 6.5 Creedmoor with a 24-inch barrel. The last group was pretty doggone good, so I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to walk it down there and put the camera directly on the target so that you can see these last 3 shots. Hang on. Well, folks, there's not much to analyze here. The only difference on those shots that I can see has to do with the speed, therefore the harmonics of the barrel. The first group there averaged 28.10. The one to the right averaged 28.35, and the lower bottom one was 28.75. So the point of impact didn't change too much on the last set of 3. So there's nothing to analyze here except for the actual numerical data that I recorded with my chronograph. Standard deviation, extreme spread, taking a look at the cartridge cases to make sure that there's no excessive case stretch, no flattening of the primer, etc. So there's really nothing to analyze here like I was kind of hoping. It does show that my shot pattern is consistent, but that's because I'm on a bench, and heck, I've shot thousands of rounds off that little portable bench, and I've shot at this location for several years. So I hope this helped you, folks. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Bergara target now for the Bergara sweepstakes, and I'm going to actually put on a brake onto the Bergara to see if it makes any difference. But there's no sense in you seeing that target. So that's all for here, folks. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down there in the comment section. If you like this content, if you agree or even disagree, go ahead and leave it down there. But give me a thumbs up, folks, and don't forget to subscribe. God bless you all, and I'll see you next time at the range. Have a great day. Goodbye.